Bonjour Frenchic ladies. Today, I don't want to talk about clothes. I want to talk about you. A few days ago, I was reading through your comments. One comment actually stopped me in my tracks. It simply said, I am not that young. Who would look at me? I sat there looking at those words for quite some time. Not because they surprised me, but I was wondering how many other women were wondering quietly exactly the same thing. Perhaps you have asked yourself the same question. And perhaps you have never said it out loud. And perhaps you've whispered it to yourself while looking at yourself in the mirror. Or perhaps even in your bedroom or your closet, trying on some clothes. Or while on social media, scrolling by photographs or videos of impossibly young and beautiful women. Who would look at me? Can I tell you something that you may find a little surprising? This channel was never actually about fashion. I know that it may sound a little strange because we spent a lot of time talking about silhouettes and body shapes, fabrics, clothes, handbags and shoes. But those things were never the destination, but they were part of the journey. Because underneath every question about fashion is another question, a deeper one. Am I still attractive? Do I still matter? Am I still visible? Who would look at me now? Those are the real questions. And I know this because over the past 15 years, I've had the privilege of talking to thousands and thousands of women. Different women, different countries, different cultures, different lives. Yet they tell me remarkably similar stories. They tell me that they feel that they have become invisible. Some women retired. Some became widowed. Some went through divorce. And some went through illness or became disabled. Many spent 30 years looking after their children and suddenly they found themselves alone in a quiet house. Many also went through menopause and look at themselves in a mirror now and don't actually recognize themselves anymore. Others simply woke up one day and thought, when did I disappear? Not physically, socially, emotionally, personally. Somewhere along the way, life asks them to look after everyone and everything else. Their families, their children, their husbands, their homes, their careers, their parents. And little by little, these women stopped looking after themselves. Until one day, they no longer recognized the woman they used to be. Has any of this happened to you? Please share your story in the comments below. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. You are not broken. You are not vain. You are not shallow. And you are certainly not alone. In fact, you are exactly the reason why I created this channel. This channel is not for 20-somethings or women who are chasing trends. It isn't for fashion models. It is for real women. Women who still have dreams, who still want to be and feel feminine. Women who still want to walk in a room with their head held high and no longer hide in a corner. Women who want to feel like themselves again. People sometimes think that style is about impressing others. But I don't agree. For me, style is about recognizing yourself. When you catch a reflection of yourself in a shop window and think, there I am, not what happened to me, there's a huge difference. Good style doesn't change who you are, but it helps you find the woman who was there all along. I often hear women apologize for wanting to look nice, as if caring about your appearance or wanting to look nice has an expiry date, as though chic and elegance only extends to youth. Who made these rules? To me, there is no age for wanting to look nice. There is nothing in the French Chic book of style that says only young, slim, and prettiest girls need apply. I know, because I wrote it. The French women I've admired throughout my life never stopped taking pride in themselves. My mother, my grandmother, my aunts, my mother's acquaintances and neighbors. And not because they wanted admiration, but because they respected themselves. I think there is a quiet dignity in saying, I matter. I deserve to feel good and look good. That isn't vanity. That is self-respect. And maybe self-care too. Now, let me share something very important with you. Putting on a beautiful jacket won't solve every problem. Neither will wearing a beautiful silk scarf or your beautiful hairs. But every single morning, when you do this, you are sending yourself a beautiful message. You are saying, I have not given up. And sometimes that is the beginning of everything. So my lovely French Chic ladies, if you've been hiding, if you've stopped putting yourself in photographs, if you've convinced yourself that nobody notices you anymore, if you've quietly accepted that you've become invisible, I would like to challenge you not to buy a brand new wardrobe, not to change everything overnight, but to take one small step. Wear that silk blouse you've been waiting to wear for a special occasion. Wear that beautiful red lipstick. Wear that dress that makes you feel feminine and makes you twirl. Look at people in the eye and smile. Not because you need their approval, but because you deserve your own approval. By the way, if you don't want to take one step but 30 steps, one a day over 30 days, please have a look below this video for my 30-day style challenge. Now I would like to ask you all a favor. If you have ever felt invisible, please write in the comments below the word seen. Not for me, but for the lady who wrote in the comments when we talked about earlier, who would look at me. And for all the other women who are feeling invisible. And I would like to remind you that none of you are walking your journey alone. We are all here together in this wonderful community. Let us support each other. If you have found this video helpful, please share it to all the women who may be going through this, who may feel invisible. If you want to know 5 things that have helped me going through burnout, watch this video on screen now.